Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us in person and virtually. I am Johnny Jacobs, Vice President and General Manager here at Nucor Steel Brandenburg. On behalf of our entire Nucor family, including the more than 2,000 Nucor teammates here in the state of Kentucky, and the 400 new teammates to be part of Brandenburg, welcome to our groundbreaking event. We will begin this afternoon with an invocation by retired pastor Tom Bridges via video. Tom?
I've never done a blessing before, but clearly we don't enter into work, any work, unless we ask the Lord to bless that which we do. It says in Proverbs 16:3, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. In Proverbs 12:14 it says, from the fruit of the mouth a man is satisfied with work, and the work of a man's hands comes back to him. Only God does the blessing. We don't bless. But I have had enough experience in work to know that you don't enter into work without asking God to give you a blessing. Thomas Edison said, opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. The same thing can be said about a blessing. Blessings are all around us. God gives the blessings. We need to be better about receiving it. And the best blessing we can have is to make sure that our hearts and our heads are attuned to the work that we do, that we work safely, that we work honestly, and that we thank God daily for all He provides. I ask God to bless this workplace, all those that brought it here, and all those that will ever work and be a part of it. God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Now I'd like to turn the program over to Jenna Brown from Brandenburg Primary School.
Hello, Nucor. Congratulations on your groundbreaking today. I'm Jenna Brown, Assistant Principal of Brandenburg Primary School, and I wanted to first say thank you for sponsoring our new BPS Spirit t-shirts. We are also very excited to introduce to you our BPS Star Singers today, who are going to sing for you the Star Spangled Banner.
Thank you, kids, and that is exactly why we're here today. That is our future here in Brandenburg. Once again, thank you for this time to celebrate with us this groundbreaking of our Brandenburg Mill. I'd like to now take a few moments to remember two very special individuals who sadly are not here with us today. Our Nucor teammate, Sam Phillips, and our Meade County Judge Executive, the Honorable Jerry Lynn. Sam was Nucor's environmental manager. After a distinguished career in environmental services, Sam joined Nucor's environmental team and became a mentor to all those who were lucky enough to work with him, right up until his passing in September. We will miss the enthusiasm Sam had for this project and the care and concern he had for all of his Nucor teammates. The Honorable Jerry Lynn served Meade County as the Judge Executive from 2010 until his recent passing. He also served as Kentucky State Representative for the 27th District from 2004 to 2006. Judge Lynn was an advocate for this project and the people of Meade County. Please join me in a moment of silence as we remember Sam and Judge Lynn. Thank you. At Nucor, the values and principles that make up our culture are the engine that has driven our success for the last 50 years and enabled us to become the largest steel producer in North America. By investing in the plate mill, we're developing capabilities today in order to meet our customer demands of tomorrow. And I can't wait for the day when our Nucor Brandenburg team melt and pour their first ton of steel. For a better look into our future, let's watch the video to see what our new mill will mean for Kentucky and this community.
Announced in 2019, Nucor Steel Brandenburg will start up in 2022 with a capacity of 1.2 million tons of advanced steel plate products. This steel recycling facility will utilize the abundant scrap supply in the Midwest, also the nation's largest market for steel plate. In addition to meeting regional and national steel demand, Nucor Steel Brandenburg will create 400 full-time Nucor careers with an average pay of $72,000, and the project will create up to 1,200 temporary construction jobs. But this steel facility is part of a bigger Nucor story. Nucor is North America's largest steelmaker and recycler, but our humble roots began in 1962 in Florence, South Carolina, with the opening of Volcraft, our first steel fabrication facility. Volcraft was so profitable, the company decided to build an electric arc furnace steel mill in nearby Darlington to provide a reliable source of steel bar for making joists. The new mill went online in 1969. Within a few years, Nucor's steelmaking operation was so successful, they reorganized the company to focus entirely on steel and steel products. In the years that followed, Nucor grew steadily while building a culture driven by safety, innovation, and teammate empowerment. Then in 1989, Nucor achieved a major technological breakthrough. Nucor Steel Crawfordsville became the world's first EAF steel mini mill to make quality flat-rolled steel, solidifying Nucor's place as a technological leader in the industry. Nucor's commitment to technological innovation continues today, with an ever-growing portfolio of advanced steel products being used in some of the world's most demanding applications. When it comes online, Nucor Steel Brandenburg will be Nucor's fourth plate mill and will enable the Nucor Plate Group to produce over 97% of the plate products commercially available in the U.S. market, further establishing Nucor as the domestic leader in steel plate. This state-of-the-art facility will combine unmatched quality and breadth of product with strategic access to shipping, enabling Nucor to provide unmatched delivery efficiency as well. Nucor Steel Brandenburg will play a vital role as Nucor continues growing as the North American leader in steel. There's a saying around Nucor, we don't just work here, we live here. The Nucor family doesn't just make steel, we invest in the communities we're a part of. From local schools and nonprofits to participation in national campaigns like Race for the Cure, we are committed to partnering with the communities we call home. And we look forward to growing together with our new community here in Brandenburg. On behalf of the entire Nucor team, we'd like to thank you, the town of Brandenburg, Meade County, and the state of Kentucky for your incredible support in this exciting project. Welcome to the next chapter in American steel. Welcome to Nucor Steel Brandenburg.
As you can see, Nucor Steel Brandenburg will be a shining new member of our Nucor family. We are happy to have some of our members of our Nucor leadership here with us today to welcome this community into Nucor and to celebrate the groundbreaking event with us. Al Bear is the Executive Vice President for Plate and Structural Products for Nucor. Al began his career with Nucor in 1996 as a design engineer at Nucor Building Systems, Indiana, and worked in our building groups at various stops for the next 15 years. In 2011, Al became the general manager of Volcrow, South Carolina, and was promoted to vice president in 2012. He was promoted to president of the Volcraft Group in 2014 and also served as general manager of our Nucor Steel Texas bar mill before moving to Charlotte for this role. As head of Plate and Structural, Al knows that we're always looking for ways to make new and better products and to better service our customers across this country. Please join me in welcoming Al Bear.
Thank you, Johnny. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here with you today to break ground on what will be our newest steel mill in the Nucor family. We have a small team here in Kentucky today, and we look forward to growing this team with men and women from the Brandenburg and surrounding communities. It's always exciting to add new members to our Nucor family and introduce them to the Nucor culture. And the most important value within our culture is safety. And as we get underway, safety is what will drive every decision we make and everything that we do for both our teammates and our contractor partners. In addition to the business climate and great local workforce here and around Meade County, this location on the Ohio River was another important factor in selecting this site. Being on the Ohio River gives us great access to customers in the Midwest, the largest plate-consuming market in the U.S. By being close to our customers, we'll be able to provide high-quality plate products at lower cost with better on-time delivery than ever before. In fact, every river barge we utilize will move up to 1,500 tons of raw material and finished product, which is the equivalent of about 15 rail cars and almost 70 trucks. Our ability to deliver goods to our customers in a cost-effective manner has been a key competitive advantage for Nucor for 50 years. It's also important to note that large investments like this one are made with a long-term perspective and the future in mind, not what is happening in the market today. With this investment, we're affirming our belief in the long-term strength of the steel plate market. Plate products will be needed as we continue to transition our energy system, upgrade our military equipment, and continue to make investments in the infrastructure this country so desperately needs to provide prosperity for decades to come. The scale of this project shows the confidence that Nucor's leadership has in the team here in Brandenburg. On behalf of the leadership team, it's my honor to introduce Leon Topalian. Leon is Nucor's president and CEO. He began his career with Nucor as a project engineer at Nucor Steel Berkeley in 1996. In the years since then, he's worked his way up through the company in communities like Perth, Australia, and Darlington, South Carolina, Kankakee, Illinois, and back to Blytheville, Arkansas, before being called to Charlotte in 2017. Leon served initially as Executive Vice President of Beam and Plate Products until he was named President and Chief Operating Officer in September of last year, and this January began serving in his current role as President and Chief Executive Officer. Under Leon's leadership, Nucor has continued its cultural focus on safety and making key strategic investments like the one here in Brandenburg. Please join me this afternoon in welcoming Leon Topalian.
Thank you, Al, and good afternoon. How exciting is this today? What a culmination of a lot of work, and we are so excited about the Nucor Steel Brandenburg investment. I'm honored to be here with you today, celebrating this new mill. Our Kentucky teammates are part of over 27,000 men and women who make up the Nucor family and becoming the world's safest steel company in everything that we do. We're also the largest producer of steel and steel products in North America. Nucor's energy-efficient electric arc furnaces turn more than 20 million tons of scrap into steel every year, making us the largest recycler in all of North America. So Nucor is already one of the world's most efficient and cleanest steel producers. But that doesn't stop us from continuing to look for new opportunities to become even more efficient, to use even less energy, and to reduce our environmental footprint. We seek out these opportunities because we believe it is important to be good stewards of the environment. Nucor will always focus on sustainability because part of our core mission is to take care of and support the communities where we live and work. We do this because you are now part of the Nucor family. Strong communities create strong places to do business. We are here today because we know that Meade County is a strong community. 13 years ago, Nucor began our journey in Kentucky when we added Harris Steel to the company. Over the next decade, we'd grow to over 15 locations along the Ohio River in Kentucky, including Steel Technologies, our joint venture with Mitsui, the David J. Joseph Company, or as you may know it, River Metals Recycling, Nucor Steel Gallatin in Ghent, and Republic Conduit in Louisville, which is now part of the Nucor Tubular Group. That journey has now brought us here to Brandenburg. At $1.7 billion, this new plate mill we're celebrating today is the single largest ever investment in the history of our company. It reflects our confidence in the American steel industry and the American economy. One of our goals at Nucor is to be the market leader in the various markets that we serve. This new plate mill will establish us as a market leader in steel plate, both from a cost as well as quality perspective. The new plate mill also helps us advance our goal of expanding our product portfolio, particularly growing our production of value-added plate products. When it is completed and operational, this mill will position us with the broadest portfolio of plate products, sizes, and grades. We'll be one of only 2 companies that can produce essentially all of the plate sizes consumed in the United States today. But in order to be a success, we know it's only possible when we have the right people on our team. And it's no coincidence that we have seen success with all of our facilities here in Kentucky. Across the state, the communities we call home share our value of hard work, determination, and teamwork. That is what first attracted Nucor to this region. And with a retention rate of over 90%, Nucor has the most engaged, passionate, and driven teammates anywhere. I have no reason to think Brandenburg is going to be any different. We're proud that Nucor has been in Kentucky for over a decade, and we look forward to being part of this community for decades to come. It is now my pleasure to introduce Kentucky's Governor, Andy Beshear. Since taking office this past January, Governor Beshear has shown that he is a strong supporter of investing in a business environment that encourages growth and opportunity for every Kentucky family and creates good-paying jobs across the Commonwealth. He has also made it a priority to invest in workforce training and education in order to prepare current and future workers in Kentucky for the jobs of today and tomorrow, and also supports the investments in infrastructure that are critical for Kentucky industries like ours to compete on the international stage. For these reasons and more, Governor Beshear has demonstrated himself to be a strong partner of the American worker. All of us at Nucor have enjoyed getting to know Governor Beshear this year and working with members of his administration. We look forward to a long and successful relationship as we complete construction and begin operating our new plate mill. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to welcome Governor Andy Beshear to share remarks via Zoom today, and thank you, Governor, for making the time to celebrate with us today. Governor Beshear.
Now, good afternoon, and let me start by answering Leon's question. It is incredibly exciting. 400 new Kentucky jobs, 400 new Kentucky families are part of the Nucor, or will be a part of the Nucor family. A $1.7 billion plant, and the expansion of a company's footprint here in Kentucky that talks about safety and being an environmental steward. Today is incredibly exciting for the economy, but also the culture and the soul of Kentucky. I would have loved to have been there with you today, but some of you know that I am self-quarantining. I'm on my last day after coming into contact with someone who was contagious with the coronavirus. But my family is doing just fine, but we believe, like Nucor does, in leading by example, in making sure that you're willing to do everything you would ask other people to do to solve this challenge and to meet the threat that is COVID-19. But today, whether I'm virtual or not, marks such a significant day for Meade County, for Brandenburg, for the Nucor Steel Brandenburg Mill, and for the entire Commonwealth of Kentucky. Today, we celebrate a major step forward building a better Kentucky. We're all working towards that, one that works for everybody. In breaking ground for Nucor's $1.7 billion plate mill in Brandenburg, we're building a stronger Kentucky, an economically healthier Kentucky, and a better Kentucky. And we are proud that Nucor trusts us, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, as a partner for their largest ever investment. It says something about Nucor, but it also says something special about Kentucky. For decades, Nucor has been a faithful and consistent partner, providing high-paying jobs for Kentuckians, contributing to our manufacturing base, and they also lead by example with corporate health and safety programs for its facilities and employees that set a national standard. And that's what we want to be here in Kentucky, national leaders. Today, Nucor is starting construction on a mill that'll employ 400 Kentuckians and pay them good wages, an average salary of $72,000 annually. That's how we build a better Kentucky. It's important to note this mill brings many changes and opportunities to Brandenburg, Meade County, and the surrounding areas. So I encourage my fellow Kentuckians in the region to continue to find ways to partner, to maximize as many opportunities as possible. Your willingness to work with each other, to know what's good for one of us is good for all of us, is I think one of the reasons that we are here today. On a statewide scale, I also want to point out that Nucor recently completed phase one of a massive $826 million expansion project at its Nucor Steel Gallatin mill in Ghent. Right now, it's in the middle of the phase two expansion. And so to Nucor, feel free to continue expanding all over the state, and we got plenty of other sites that we can show you. In total, the Gallatin mill expansions are creating 145 new jobs, and Nucor's presence, it doesn't end there. Leon mentioned it. Operations including Nucor Tubular Products in Louisville, Harris Rebar, and a 50% ownership in Steel Technologies. They also own David J. Joseph Company and multiple recycling facilities across the state. In total right now, Nucor employs approximately 2,000 people in the Commonwealth. So thank you for helping to put food on the table for 2,000 Kentucky families and helping make sure that your team member comes home safely to their family each night. For that, we are all grateful. Again, I want to thank Leon, with whom I recently had a great discussion via video conference. He and his team are leading by example, and I think that this relationship can just continue to grow. When your culture, when your values, and for Leon and I, when our faith really lines up, we see special opportunities to truly grow together, but to grow in a positive, meaningful way that enriches the lives of the Kentuckians that are part of the Nucor family. With that, I got my hard hat right here. I've got my shovel made in Louisville at the Nucor Tubular Products facility. And let me say congratulations and thank you to Nucor for this outstanding project. This is an amazing day for Team Kentucky. We welcome your growth as a part of Team Kentucky, and we are excited that the Nucor family continues to grow in the Commonwealth. I know today is not the only exciting day that we will have together, and we look forward to working with you to make this groundbreaking and everything that comes after it a reality, and then to talk about so many other possibilities. Now, let me finally thank the prior administration that put in a lot of work. You only get days like today when people are willing to not worry about the credit, but to see the vision. That's what Team Kentucky is about. And that's why we look forward to being a leader in all areas here in the decades to come.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you for your support of this project, of Nucor, and the people of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We would like to thank our federal, state, and local officials for their support of this project and for the support we've enjoyed from our neighbors here in Meade County. We're joined today by some of those elected officials and by some of our Nucor teammates. Thank you all for coming out. Our success, as always, is a group effort, and we thank you for all you do to make Nucor a success. I would like to now introduce Nucor Steel Brandenburg's United States Representative, Mr. Brett Guthrie. Congressman Guthrie has represented Kentucky's 2nd District in the U.S. House of Representatives since 2008, following 10 years of service in Kentucky Senate. He represents Meade County and 20 others on a number of important committees in our U.S. House, including the House Energy and Commerce Committee and the House Committee on Education and Labor. He knows the importance of ensuring affordable, reliable energy, strong trade enforcement, and investment in our nation's infrastructure. Policies that help us continue to make great steel here in Kentucky. Please join me in welcoming Congressman Guthrie.
Thank you very much, and what a privilege to be here. I remember when I first got here and met Johnny. I was born a little south of here, so I can interpret some of the words that Johnny says for everybody. So that was always kind of fun as well. But no, when I first got to Washington, Nucor started coming around and visiting with me, and they always started most of their meetings with, well, we know we're not in your district, but we're in Kentucky, so we need to let you know what we're interested in and what we're moving forward to. And they were always so professional and so good to work with. I was so proud when they came to our district because I knew what kind of company was coming here. But what they really wanted, and the federal role in all of this, is they just wanted America where you could grow and have businesses and just the business climate in our country. And specifically what I've been able to work on is dealing with the Corps of Engineers to make sure one of these great American rivers, the greatest American river, I think, is protected as Nucor wants to protect, but also in a way that the people who live along the river have an opportunity to make a great living. But I will tell you, most of the work, and I get to speak here today, I really appreciate it, was you mentioned is at the state level, at the local, at the county level, at the city level. I know Representative Tate is here today, and I know Senator Meredith couldn't be here, but the incentives that bring you here are done in Frankfurt, not in Washington, D.C. Like I said, we create the business and climate, making products in America great again. That's what we focus on. But I remember when I first got here, and one of the blessings of having to deal with the Corps of Engineers, who were actually pretty good to work with, but had to communicate, was get to spend a lot of time that I normally wouldn't have spent last year with my good friend Jerry Lynn. So I had a chance to see him probably more than I normally would have in the course of a year. And Judge Stith, I know you're going to fill those shoes. They're big shoes to fill. I know you're going to do well and great working with you. But when I first came here, Mayor Pace was driving around this empty spot and said, this is a vision. This is where it's going to be. And when he left, it didn't stop because Mayor Joyner started taking me around, not on his motorcycle, but just around, saying this is a place where we're going to be. And so when America's growing, everywhere grows, but everybody's competing for this kind of job. I mean, a $1.7 billion investment, $70,000 a year average jobs completely can transform and change a community for the better. I can tell you it was going to the school and seeing the new site there where you have technology where people are learning, where they have workforce, that the more you offer, the more you're going to make, the more you're going to earn, which is a great opportunity for Meade Countyans. But it wouldn't happen, it absolutely wouldn't happen, if the people that you send to office, whether they're in Frankfurt or county hall or city hall, if they weren't dedicated to making this place a better place to live. Because you think of anywhere Nucor could have gone, they picked Brandenburg. They picked Brandenburg because of the people that live here and the people you choose to represent you. And that says a lot about this community. It makes me proud to represent you. And I want to thank Nucor for being here, but most specifically for the citizens of Meade County. Thank you for being so hospitable, because it doesn't just make this community better, it makes our Commonwealth better, and it makes our country better. So thank you for doing it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Congressman, for being here with us today, the support of this project, and the support of the people of Kentucky. Due to the uniqueness of 2020, some of our elected officials and community leaders who would otherwise be here with us today are joining us via video. Let's all take a few moments to hear from them.
Oh, this project has been very important to the city of Brandenburg since day one. We're very happy, first of all, to have Nucor here, and it means a big expansion for Brandenburg. We've always been known as a bedroom community, and hopefully this is going to bring us out of that, and Brandenburg could be a destination for a lot of people in the next few years. I think we'll start seeing a lot more businesses come to town as a result of Nucor. We want to welcome Nucor to the city of Brandenburg. We think it's going to be a great thing. So far, they have been very good stewards to the city of Brandenburg and Meade County itself. It's been something that we've been very proud to have them here. We're glad that Nucor chose Brandenburg to be its home, and we're building something very great here together.
I am so looking forward to the fully functioning Nucor Brandenburg in 2022. This initiative, as I have stated, will give us the opportunity for thousands of jobs in a time that is so uncertain, at a time when 76% of our population have to travel out of the county. While we have a beautiful county and wonderful opportunities here, this will give us the opportunities that we have been waiting for since the 50s, whenever Monument Chemical developed here in our community. So I'm so excited about this opportunity.
This project is huge for me. Being the judge executive of Meade County, this is progress. This is one of the greatest things that's ever happened to the county. And it's just going to add so much to our economy and so many jobs, and it's just a wonderful thing overall. It's progress, and that's what we're looking for, is progress. We want to welcome Nucor to our county, welcome your team to our team, and we are open for business, and anything we can do to help, we certainly want to be there for you. We want to be a partner with you.
The fortunate part for me, I've been involved with this from the very beginning, recruiting them to the community, and just the changes when we went out and bought the property for the community. But we never dreamed it would be this great of a deal, but what it's going to mean for the jobs and the income for the citizens of our community. Well, I think that I'd like to thank Nucor, number one, for making the commitment to Brandenburg and Meade County from the top down, from the president, CEO, Leon, and then with Johnny Jacobs and their whole entire team. The professionalism and their eagerness to work with the local community has just been unreal. It's been a great, great working relationship with all of them, and I look forward to coming back and doing this for the ribbon cutting.
Hello, I'm Kentucky State Senator Steve Meredith. There's one thing that the people in our state know, it's basketball. During the game, there's nothing that's more exciting than three-point basket, because it becomes a game changer. For our local economy, we have our own game changer now. It's called Nucor Steel. Because of your decision to build your latest facility in Brandenburg, Kentucky, we're going to create hundreds of new jobs and improve the quality of life and standard of living for thousands of people throughout our region. Your commitment to us is indeed a three-point basket, because it's great for Meade County, it's great for the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and great for the United States of America. Thank you, Nucor, for choosing us as your neighbor and believing in us. We believe in Nucor.
I wish that I could be with you today to celebrate this great investment that will create over 400 jobs, making Nucor Meade County's largest employer. This $1.35 billion investment will serve as the bedrock of economic growth and stability in the region that hopefully will last for generations. This facility and this effort continues Nucor's strong contribution to the growth of Kentucky. Since 2017, Nucor has committed over $2 billion worth of investment in Kentucky and added over 2,000 jobs across their vast enterprise. I'd like to personally thank Nucor for their commitment to the economic vitality of Brandenburg as well as our Commonwealth. The impact of this plant will go far beyond those who work here. Business owners of all types will be able to grow in support of the industry. We must create an environment that helps them have the best opportunity to flourish. In Washington, I'm committed to make our country one that welcomes opportunity, doesn't stifle innovation through overreach, burdensome regulations, and overtaxation. We are so much better off as a country, state, and people when government gets out of the way and allows companies like Nucor to thrive. I pledge to do everything in my power to create and maintain the conditions that will allow the economic might of our country to grow and bring more such opportunities to our Commonwealth. I also want to acknowledge the efforts of state and local government officials and community leaders who worked for so many years to overcome challenges to see this through. Our state is proud of each and every one of you for your tireless efforts. Also, I know County Judge Executive Jerry Lynn is smiling down on us right now at this great occasion. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this groundbreaking. Congratulations to Nucor, Meade County, and Kentucky.
Thank you to our elected officials and members of Meade County community for your continued support and leadership. Thank you, Governor Beshear, Representative Guthrie, for being with us today. We really appreciate the efforts on behalf of the community and on behalf of Nucor. We'd also like to thank those of you here with us today or on video representing the Meade County Fiscal Court, our City of Brandenburg, Meade County Schools, our Industrial Development, and our Meade County Chamber. Your support makes it possible for companies like Nucor to do business in these communities. Many thanks to Leon and to Al and to our entire Nucor family for recognizing the potential in constructing a mill here in Brandenburg so we can build new and stronger relationships with our customers across the Midwest market. To our customers, we look forward to 2022 when this mill will be operational and we can put this deal to work for you. We appreciate your business and support. Nucor wouldn't be here without you, and we plan to be your partner for decades to come. The same goes for our equipment partners, our suppliers, and our contractors, each of whom are critical to the success of this project. Thank you all. Finally, I want to offer a special thanks to the entire community of Meade County for the warm welcome you gave us when we announced this facility and your continued support. We're proud to be your neighbor, and we look forward to the years ahead. I know together we will continue to make our community, our state, and our nation a better place for us to live and work. Thank you so much. Under different circumstances, we have enjoyed the company of all of you today here with us. To those of you who have joined us virtually, thank you for tuning in, and have a safe afternoon.
That's it. Awesome.
Is that all?
That's it. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
There you go.
Should be good. Yeah, we're gonna get all of it. Try to get on.
Yes, sir. Come on, please.
Come
on, Mayor.
I get the whole